Hello, welcome to Pumpkin Canine Fashions. I have paw-picked my new line of dog beds. Each one delivers bold, stylish looks that make your pup stand out from the pack. With thoughtfully designed apparel and accessories, my people bring personality and flair to every tail wag. Go ahead, treat your pup to one today. Order now at pumpkincaninefashion.com. That's pumpkincaninefashion.com.
Hello, world. This is Talkin Live. We're glad you're tuned in. We hope you're going to enjoy the show.
Now, let's get ready. You are Talkin Live with Lamar Bearden.
Okay, we're glad you're tuning in today, and what can we talk about? There's nothing going on that we can talk about that I know of in this United States. I remember a president, his name was John Kennedy, and he asked us, what can we do for our country, not what our government can do for us? So what's going on? Don't you have sense enough? You got to do something to make it better? This country won't never, ever be the same as long as people today, like Minnesota out there, are marching and causing all that this nightmare, as a woman said on there, hell, purely hell. You got to make your country what you want it to be. And making your country good is not standing up for criminals, not standing up for the wrong reason. You stand up for the wrong reason and you don't see nothing happen. You see chaos. You see people getting hurt. You see people dying. But you continue to march and do all these things. Oh, you want your country, you want to have it the way you want it to be. You know, I'd like to have a lot of things the way I want it to be, but I got to work for it to get there. I got to be patient. It's like serving God. You've got to be patient. God don't come when you ask him. And the economy is not going to ever get right when you people and you're not going to never have any health insurance worth of crap. As long as you defend people that are trying to destroy our country. As long as you defend all the things that is happening today that's against the law. I see you march on TV. I see you out there in the freezing cold. If you had a job working outside, you wouldn't do it. You would say, I ain't working that job. It's too cold to go out. But I guarantee you get out there and you'd march. Yet on some of you getting paid to do all that stuff. Because, see, we're not fools. Us American people, real Americans, not fools. We see what you're doing. We see what you are doing to this country. Because Gorbachev, I think it was Joe Gorbachev, said that to take over America, it would be destroyed from the inside. And that's what you're doing today. You talk about things that's happening and all, Lord, and you ain't doing nothing about it. You're just making it worse. You talk about the Constitution. I talked to a lady, she's on a talk show last night, and I heard her talking about, immigrants and stuff, and I hear these judges, I talked about the judges to her. She's running for Marjorie Greene's position. and she was talking about, how the country was and how it's going like this, and we got to fix this, we got to fix that. It ain't a matter of fixing. It's American people that's got to fix it. You congressmen can't fix nothing. You can screw it up, make it like you got it now. 4 years ago, you started this crap. Obama started some of it, and so we got Biden. He come along and he got all these crooked, murdering people together, and they voted. I can't stand somebody tell me they go to church and they're a Democrat and they go to church and they vote for a baby. I just can't stand it. It makes me so sick to my stomach. I mean, how the crap you think you're going to heaven? What's a waste of your time of going to church? You're going to hell because you're volunteers. You're helping murder babies. Well, I belong to this church over here. I belong to this church over there. They said I could, a lot of these people marching in Minnesota, they got the same idea. Oh, we're marching for our freedom. You got freedom. You're trying to destroy it by going against something that's not necessary to go against. You're going out there and you're marching, you're running, throwing and taking, busting out windows where the people are trying to rest and get up and go do their job. That could stop what you're talking about. You need all these crowds that get in there and start all this trouble in Minnesota. You need to be on a plane and go to Iran. Now, they're marching for freedom, and they are getting killed. 30,000 people have given their life for freedom, and you're giving your life for all the immigrants that would put you in hell if they had a way to do it. A lot of them would. Oh, I heard about who's going to pick the vegetables if you get rid of all the migrants. Well, the people in the United States, if you can't pick, you need to starve to death. If you can't work enough in the field, I done it. I didn't do a whole lot of it. I picked cotton, and I had cotton picking hands, and my hand was eat up because we pulled the hulls with the cotton. But see, America was built on pain. It wasn't built on shame. It was built on pain. I seen Max Cleveland on one of my pictures. I don't know. He used to be over the Veterans Administration, where you know it or not. He was a veteran, and he had no hands. He had one hand, no feet, no legs. One of his arms had gone, cut off. And you know what he did? He run for a United States senator. And you know that man, many of them disagreed on a lot of stuff. He was a Democrat, but I liked him. I didn't like a lot of his agenda, but I liked him. I just told him the way I feel. He didn't hate me for it. I didn't hate him for it. I just told him, I told him I heard you was trying to get rid of our guns. I cussed and said, that's a lie. I said, no, it ain't. I heard you run your mouth. And anyway, we just had a party. I was at a party with him down to Ritz-Carlton. The man was a good man in my book. His agenda wasn't good. See, some of Donald Trump's stuff ain't all perfect. But see, it ain't a matter of Donald Trump. It's a matter about this country we're living in. You're trying to destroy for someone that come over the border, criminals, and you're defending them. It ain't about Donald Trump. It's about America. It's about our freedom. This lady running for Congresswoman, I told her last night, I said, if you're an immigrant here and you come across the border illegally, you don't have the right to say one thing about the Declaration or our Constitution. You don't have nothing to say because you're here illegal. You have no rights because you're a criminal here, because you broke the law and you come across the border. That's why you're here, and that's why you're supposed to be gone. Because you have no right for our taxpayers to take their money, pay for you an attorney, because you broke the law. You know, I got a person that's real famous that got mad at me because I defended Joe Biden. Because I wouldn't defend Joe Biden. He warned me, don't say nothing about Joe. Well, Joe was a sorry president, man. He opened the borders and he brought all this misery, all this crap going on right now on us. He brought it on us. And you Democrats in Congress and the Senate are the cause of it, and you gripe at Donald Trump because what he's trying to do. You defend the criminals. And then you love America. Omar sitting there cussing about what's going on. You can't rob a bank and everybody see you without they know who you are. Well, Omar, you rob the taxpayers, people that pay their taxes. You and the Somali group, and not all of Somalians, but you, most of you in Minnesota, you rob the taxpayers, and you're mad because you got caught. All the criminals mostly are mad because they get caught. They holler that they're being mistreated, which some of them do get mistreated, but you holler and you complain because you say you're being mistreated because you're guilty. There's a lot of innocent people in prison, too, that don't deserve to be there because of not getting the facts, not doing the research, want to just send them to jail for what they done that they didn't do. What you say they done. You didn't dig. There's a lot of black people. I tell you what, there's more black people in prison than there are whites. And I'd say 15, 20% is innocent. And then I get so tired of hearing Omar say racist. Well, it's not your color that makes you, or that rag you wear on your head. It's not what makes us mad at you. It's your crooked agenda. You badmouth this country, and here you are taking advantage of it. That's what makes me so mad at these people that are on welfare and on free ride and are badmouthing America. But they enjoy it. They enjoy what they're getting. You come over here in this country, you badmouth this country. You take advantage of all the free things and all the good things America has, and then you turn around and badmouth it. You're the biggest scum there ever was. And you Democrats, and I know they got to be some good Democrats that are not screwed up in the head, not deceived, not a reprobate, not knowing right from wrong. They got to be some good Democrats. And I met some. I got a friend that's Italian. He's a Democrat, but he don't go for all this crap going on. He come to this country. His family come to this country. But he still thinks what's going on is wrong for the Democratic Party to do. He's a murderer. I know him for 20 years. Many of them done business, for a lot of business together. And he's a good Democrat. I know some good people that are Democrat. Like I was talking about Max Cleland, he's a good guy. I mean, he kind of wavered with Hillary. I seen him meeting with Hillary. He took me up to the White House, not the White House, but the Pentagon, took me in there, introduced me to generals. This is back in 2001. No, 2000. I went in the Pentagon. He took me in a meeting with all the generals and admirals and introduced me. I got proof of that. See, I got politicians, when I call them on TV, on the other channel, my competition, and I talk about that kind of stuff, they think I'm lying. I got proof of it. Bob Barr and all of them that I know. I don't tell lies about stuff. I don't boast about something. I'm just telling you the facts. I don't make up nothing. I tell you like it is. I mean, people today, they'll look at you, they'll look at somebody that's been, like we have Jay that comes on here, he's Spanish. I mean, you're going to look at him because he's what he used to be, not what he is now. I mean, and the media has painted Donald Trump as a crook when we, as Americans, seen all the things that Obama did and all the things that was crooked and done to this country, Biden. We seen it. But, I mean, because the media said Donald Trump's a crook, you know, he's the only one that's a crook. As I would say it again, all you people out there as Democrats, you defend all the crooks. Why can't you defend Donald Trump? If you love these crooked people, what are you bad-mouthing Donald Trump for? You know, Biden broke the law when he opened that border up because he had this country being invaded. And his oath was to keep us from all invaders. And he opened the border up and let us get invaded. And then all this money that's spending out to push, you know, for all these different law enforcement to do their job to take the people out of this country and put them back where they belong. You griping about it. It's costing money, and you know who's the cause of it? Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. You open the borders up, and you accuse Donald Trump of being a crooked. That was a crooked thing to do to American people. Just take advantage of our tax dollar and give it to somebody else. Because you're a hypocrite, make out like you care about those people in these different countries. You care about their votes. I backed some politicians, a lot of them, Republican, Democrat, both. And when all the money's, when they get elected, when they get all that money, they forget who you were. That's the way it works. I mean, it works from the city of you live in, the politicians, they'll suck up to you and you give them money, you help them win, they don't even know you no more. You know, hooray for me and the hell with you. That's their policy. And hell ain't no bad word. It's a hot place. And I'm so sick and tired of hollering. These people are hollering, and me a hollering. And it seems like it's like that wall over. I can holler at that wall, and I say, "You're blue." That wall said nothing. And I said, "You're blue. You're painted blue." Wall don't say nothing. But actually, that wall is blue. And it can't deny itself because it has no life, for one thing. But you can't deny, when you look at it, it's blue. When you look at people doing the things they're doing, Minnesota, it is what it is. And because you have that bleeding heart to revolt, not because you, this little girl that I took, they reunited it with his dad, this family. What, and CBS, NBC, and all the others think you're supposed to have left it. CNN, what you're supposed to do? Said, "Hey, your dad's an illegal alien, and you're going to just sit here and starve and freeze to death." But they took it and looked out after it. They did that because that was their job to do, to look after them. That was their job. And they did it. I got a babysitter. I got another varmint sitting down here. But, just remember, if you take a dog, you don't kick it out in the street, leave it by itself. You take care of it because you take that responsibility. And that's the way you are in Washington. You senators, you all Republicans or Democrats, you take on this country as a senator and a House of Representatives and president. And that's your responsibility to take care of American people, not other countries, not other people. You got a job. You got the responsibility of American people and their freedom. Just like I got a responsibility for that dog. It was running up and down the road with a crippled foot. Had nothing to eat. It was cold. I got it. I put it in my basement. I give it something to eat. The next morning, I picked that dog up and I took it over to the vet. I had it fixed. I had it checked out. I got his shots and all that. And I took on that responsibility to take care of my dog. And that's what I did. And I still do. I lost one of my dogs the other day. He had pneumonia, and then he came down with heart trouble and he died. But I had that responsibility. I didn't kick him out in the street because he died. I kept spending money to try to make him well. And you senators, you congressmen, all of you, your responsibility is to make the United States well again and to work with somebody that's working to do that. That's your responsibility. Every time they take $1 out of my check, I file income tax, it's going to you or one of the other tax sucking up in this country. You can't have health care if you give it all to other people, other countries, these people that come over there in this country. Americans can't have health insurance. You lie in Congress, Senate, presidency, you've been talking about health care so long that if people don't pay no attention to you. There's enough money, if you quit giving it away, to take care of the hungry children, take care of the homeless, take care of the people that's sick, take care of the lunches for the children. Every state, you got that lottery, you've got all that billions of dollars. It belongs to America. It don't belong to your pocket. It don't belong to strangers, invaders, people that would like to see us dead and in hell. It don't belong to them people. So, as I'm angry, and any person that does a talk show, they should be angry too to see what's going on. I'm angry. I'm sick and tired of hearing Trump's this, Trump's that. Give him a chance to let him see what he can do. Back him up and see what he can do. I don't see where we should vote in New Zealand. I don't see where we should make Canada mad at us. I don't see that. But I do see people who are in this country should work to make America what it used to be. Not knocking out windows, throwing rocks at the police department or the ICE or whatever. You got to work with anybody. If you go to a company or you get a job, you're building cars, right? Just say you work with General Motors and you're building cars. Well, you know, you don't want to be like the one that don't care. One guy puts in the motor and the other puts in the transmission. The guy that don't care about the transmission, then next thing you know, whoever buys it has to pay the price because somebody didn't care. Somebody didn't care. Like these airbags that they contracted from a company to make them. They didn't care. They made them to kill you, not to save you. But let's go to part 2 later.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live Show presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV broadcast studio, EPB Fiber Optics, or by this network or its management.